So there are a couple of imports are there from the Wagtail.core.model. So these are the custom built Wagtail library which the community has developed on top of Django. Now let us explore whether these three imports are there or not. So we can see here only the one imports are there from Wagtail core models import page. So what we need to do here is we need to copy this also and you need to paste it here. Like I said earlier, it is always good idea to type the code. It will give you a lot of errors, and like I said, error is always beautiful. If you wanted to be a good developer, you should always respect the error. Now let's move forward, and they have explained here like what this all is about, right? So here we have used the rich text field. That's why we have imported the rich text field here, and obviously the rich text field is depends on the page because we are calling the page model. So that's how these things are there. And the filled panel, what is filled panel is like if you go inside the Wagtail admin panel, you have so let's say we have did some sort of changes into models.py and we haven't did the make migration. So that's how the error is coming here. No such column, right? home_home page. So what we need to do here is we need to close the server, and we need to say python manage.py make migrations, and followed with python manage.py migrate, right? And then you run the server. Moment you run the server and refresh the browser, it should work. Now if you go and go to the admin panel, you have earlier you had only title, right? And this body section was not there with such a beautiful text editor, right? A rich text editor. So this rich text editor is inbuilt in Wagtail. You have to just call it and you have to put it into the model in whatever the fields you want, right? Now moving forward, what we are going to do here is we are going to write some sort of content here. So let's copy some dummy text and paste it here. Right, now let's see whether we have so we have everything here, and let's go to the content and let's say publish. Moment you say publish, whatever the changes you have made, it's already live. If you wanted to see it in live, there is no changes in the front end, right? Because we haven't made any changes in the template, right? So what we have to do is to bring the all changes what we have did in models.py, we have to update the template. So they have updated the template. So now if you go inside the template section, you have home page, right? Then you have welcome page. So obviously welcome page is something which you don't have to use. So we are going to update the home_page.html, right? So in Wagtail, like I said couple of days back, like the nomenclature is very important. So here you see one very minor thing like home_page. If you give home-page, it won't work. So you have to give underscore in between two words, right? So what we are going to do here is we are going to update home_page with this content. So let's open this home_page, and then let's see what is inside this. So these are the comment section. So let's comment this and then let's go inside this, and there is a block content and end block. So let's copy this, and block content and end block content, and this particular section through which currently you have something like this. This is coming because of the Wagtail welcome underscore page, so we don't need this anymore. So what we are going to do is we are going to update with this, and obviously since we are writing the Django HTML, so we can say Django HTML. So we can use a plugin called Django HTML. In this visual code we have that option. So now if we are going to save this one, and now what you do is you refresh this page, so you have invalid filter rich text, right? That means we are using some of the keyword which we don't have, we haven't imported it. So what we are going to do here is there is some Wagtail tag that we need to import. So just copy this one, and what you do is you just paste it here, and there is some comments also. If you want to remove, just refresh this page and see if any changes is there. So things are working here, right? Now what we need to do here is let's say if you wanted to add more content on it, so you can keep on going and keep on adding the content. So let's say I'm just copying this page and go inside the edit and you just paste it here and just publish it, and see your content will be live, right? So this is how easy they have made the Django. Now there is something called Wagtail template tags, which just now we have used. What Wagtail template text does is, like, let's say if you have used this filter called rich text, and rich text gives you an option where you can just write in a way you want, like H2, H3, H4, all sort of thing, like image and all, and it is going to render it in a beautiful way which can be readable by the browser, right? So that's how this does. Now it asks us to create a app called blog inside the Wagtail. So what we are going to do here is we are going to stop the server, and we are going to say python manage.py start app blog. Just like Django, if you create do something like this is going to add a new app folder called blog, which you can see here, right? So this blog app has been added. Now if you go and explore the right, if it is not showing, then simply you refresh the page and you can see here now blog is coming, right? Now it says add the blog into installed app section, right? So what you do is go inside the base.html base.py, and you add it here. So let's say they are adding the custom built app here on top, so let's also add it on top. So we are going to add the blog, and then inside the blog model they says create the index page. And what is the index page as per the Wagtail is, like while doing the Django girls, the home page we were keeping where all the blogs were listing out, right? So the list, let's say if you have wrote 10 different blogs, so obviously 10 different blog will be listed on one page, right? So the page which all the blog will be listed will be known as index page as per the Wagtail concept, right? So let's say if you are developing a website for a software development company, where the software development company has multiple services, right? So let's say 10 different services a software company has, and then all these services has to be listed on a certain page, right? And that page on which all the services would be listed would be known as index page, right? And how to categorize the index page is like inside the models.py you have to categorically mention it, right? How categorically you can mention? By defining it, right? So earlier in a just previous section we have seen like it was home page, right? But here you can see the blog index page, right? Index is the additional word you can see here, right? That means on this page all the blog will be listed here, right? So what we are going to do is simply just go and copy this one and go inside the blog models.py and just paste it here and save this one. And in the index page, like they have just one field called intro, which is the rich text field, and then it says do make migration and migrate again. So what we are going to do here is we are going to say python manage.py make migrations, python manage.py migrate, and then you say python manage.py run server, python manage.py run server. Now if you go and refresh this page and you go and click here, you will have two sections. One is the blog index page and one is the home page. Earlier, as we have seen, there was only home page was there, right? Now what is the advantage of having similar kind of concept is like when you say content management system, I mean that means you have a very a specific way of managing the content, right? And let's say if you are developing a blog application, so you are giving a option to the user where first user need to create the index page, and then user need to create the blog page inside the index page, right? So let's say if you are developing the service based company website, so essentially you will have the service index page and then you will have service page. So first you need to create the service index page, and then you have to create the service page inside the index page. So what we have to do is, so this is the home page, right? This is the home page we have, which is the root page in Wagtail. Now if we and any page in Wagtail has to be inside the home page itself. So we can say add child page, and then we can say blog index page. So we can say the blog index page always should be only the blog, slug title should be blog. So we can say here blog index page, and then this slug should be blog index page. So blog, let's say we are going to say so in menu blog python blog. So whatever the keyword you wanted to give, you can give the keyword and you can say publish. Now move forward, and it says since the model is called blog index page, the default template unless we override it will be blog template blog index page. So now if you go inside the template section inside the blog, there is no template folder here, right? There is no template folder. So what we have to do is we have to create a folder called templates. Where need to create? Inside the blog app we have to create a folder called templates. So right click on it and say template. Say new folder and template, and then inside the template again you create a blog folder, and inside the blog folder create a new file called blog index.html, right? Blog index-page.html, and inside this let us have this content. So in this content we are going to publish whatever the changes we have made into the blog index page, right? So now if you move forward in this tutorial, so they have the explained same thing, like the first inside the content section you see there is a title, right? And then the intro section what we have added, and then for post get children, all the posts should display here with the title, intro and the body, right? So what we have to do is we have to go and go forward slash say blog. So it says template does not exist, but template exists. What is the error? Let's go and check what. So it says blog templates blog. So inside the blog templates, and then another folder called blog, then spelling I have blog, right? Blog index.html, right? So let's create now. Let's see why this error is coming. So I think make migration all we have did. Okay, most of this get children, then what? Yeah, so no, there is no view actually. So what we have to do here is now what we have to do here is let's blog template does not exist. So basically here they are checking the template inside the blog index page.html, whereas we have given the template inside the template section. So this is this may be a new error in Wagtail. So what we need to do is inside the template, if you go and say let's copy this one and let's add this, and then let's see what error is coming, and refresh it. So now you see the blog. That means this is some error in Wagtail actually. Earlier basically currently you see here this should work like this. Within the blog there should be a template and then blog, and inside this blog this should be there, it should work. So there are some configuration issues, right? So but anyway, it is working now, right? Now what we have to do here is in the blog models.py, it says do some changes into the blog page. So what we have to do is we have to keep the blog index page definition as it is, and we have to add the blog page class. So we have to go inside the model and we have to press this one. So now blog index page and then blog page is there, and then see some of the the new imports are there. So let's I think filled panel, and this one is the new import. So let's add this import as well, save this one, and since we have made some changes into the models.py, so do python manage.py make migration, and then python manage.py migrate, and then you run the server, and moment you run the server and go inside the admin panel, refresh the page, and here click it. Now if you go add child page, you have 3 options. Earlier it was coming only 2, right? Now the blog page is also coming. Now if we have to add the blog page, we should not add it from here. How we should add is click here, and then you have a blog index page, and here you say add child page, not from here, and this is already mentioned in the documentation. Most of the people who don't read the documentation properly, they always do mistake by adding it from here, and that's how it is not reflecting in the template, and then a lot of our time goes. So what we have to do is you need to add it from here, or there is a plus sign here, whichever is comfortable you can use. So we are saying add child page here, and then since we are adding the blog child page inside the index, so we should choose the blog page, and we should say, let's say first blog, and publish date, let's say today, blog intro, and then let's say we are typing some of the content here, right? Go to promote panel and always say here, let's say first blog, and let's say this is the blog, so we don't want to add it into the menu, and then we say publish. So now here you see inside home the blog comes, and this comes inside blog. This is how the structure should be. So they have we have did the make migration. Now what we are doing is we are going to add the blog HTML page. So let's copy this one, and let's see, let's add the template, new file, blog page, and then this particular template let's copy inside the blog page. And what we are going to do here is this, you refresh it, right? So you can see the first blog is rendering here. Now if you go and click here, see again it's a blog page template does not exist. Like I said, this is the error, this is a bug in Wagtail. I think maybe today or yesterday this bug has came. Earlier this bug was not there. So what we are going to do here is let's copy this, and inside this also let's make one HTML, and let's copy this one and paste it inside this, and click it. Now it works, right? So this is just what template error, nothing else. Obviously they are very quick enough to resolve this, so they will resolve it, right? Now what we are going to do here is, they have explained the same thing, like how the child page should be added into it and how multiple posts will reflect here. Let's add couple of more posts within the blog, so we can add it from here also. Now added blog, let's say here second blog, and let's say second blog is 16, right? And then let's copy some of the dummy content from website and let's paste it here, right? And then go to the promote and let's say second blog, and let's say publish. Go and refresh the index page. You will see two blogs are there, and if you click on second blogs, it will go to the second blog. In Wagtail, no need to write the views. Views takes automatically in Wagtail, right? You have to no need to write the URL also. Only you have to add the model and the template. This is the beauty of Wagtail. See what we have achieved just now within 2 minutes. In Wagtail, a lot of thing had to be there, right? And in such a clean URL, you can see how beautifully it is coming, right? So such a clean URL will come. Now if you just add the bootstrap into it, it will work perfectly fine, right? So like I said, adding bootstrap is the same way we have did it into Django. So you go into the getbootstrap.com, go to the get started section, and then you have a starter template. So this is the bootstrap CSS. Go copy the CSS, and then you go to the project directory. Inside the project directory, you have a template, and inside the template you have a base.html, and in base.html let us copy the bootstrap template here, right? And then similarly you copy your JavaScript as well. So let's go and copy the JavaScript, and your JavaScript again should be before the global JavaScript, right? Now what you do is go and refresh this page. Hopefully it should work, right? Now bootstrap is working, right? Bootstrap is working. Now if you wanted to keep it inside a container, so what you do is, inside the block content, you can put it here itself, div class container, and paste it here, right? And hopefully it should work. And now if you go and click on first blog, it will come something like this, return to blog, it will come back to the return blog. So this is how you can add it. Just move on, and now understand the concept of the blog index page. Now on the blog index page, it says some changes is required. So currently I believe this is how it looks like, the blog index page, right? So go to the template of blog index page, so currently this is how the blog index page template looks like, right? And they have explained the same thing. Now they are saying we can just modify something like this, right? So what we can do is the same thing. Let's copy it from here. Right, now what you do is if you go and refresh the index page, let's say everything is working perfectly fine, and then go forward and it says update the blog index page the class. So now what you do is go and check the blog index page models.py, and in models.py we have something called just one intro here, right? So inside the models.py, let's add this one also. Many people also do mistake by just copying pasting the code. They override, they delete it, right? So you have to read this documentation very carefully. Now here if you read out this one, it says need to make some changes in the template blog index page.html, where for this to this, right? So what we can do is let's copy this and open the blog index page template and replace with this one, and let's see if everything is working fine or not. Let's go and refresh it. Everything is working fine, right? Nothing has changed. Now there is a provision we can add the image as well, right? So to add the image, there are a couple of image chooser panel we have to import. So let's import this one. I think these two new imports are there before the index page. Right, now what we can do is, now we have to keep the same thing, earlier blog index page as it is. Now here we need to add in the blog index page gallery, right? So here content panel, so let's say blog page class. If you check it out, so blog page class also has some changes into it. So let's add this one. Right, and since we have made some changes into the database models, orderable is not defined, so some error is coming. So maybe some import here, one import we need to add. So just run the migration again one parent key is not defined. So let's see, one more new import is there. And run it again, hopefully it should work. Now if you do migrate, run server, it should run. Now go and check into the browser, everything is fine. Now let's say if we are adding the third blog and we are saying third blog and post date, let's say saying intro. Let's copy some of the dummy content from here. Right, and here this gallery image, earlier it was not there, right? Now this gallery image is there. So like this image we can choose. So let's say we are choosing this image and we are giving a caption like world. Again, let's say if we are adding another image, right, and we are saying, let's say turtle painting, and go and update some promote section also, third blog, and say publish. And now you go inside, go to the index page, you have third blog here, click here, right? But image is not displaying here, right? Why? Because the template is not added as of now, right? So they have explained the same thing here. Now based on that, we need to add the template as well, which is the blog page template. So open the blog page template here, and this template need to be upgraded by this. So go and copy this, replace with this, save this one, go and refresh this page. So now you have two images also coming, right? So the third tag what you have given, title what you have given, the title is reflecting here, right? And how beautifully it is coming smoothly, right? Now this is how it is coming. Now so like this, I mean, we can here say, since our gallery image or database object in their own, we can now query and reuse them independently of our blog post body. Let's define a main image. So it says like add something, add here the blog page should be something like this. So let's go and make some changes into the blog models, blog page model. So this is going to be right.
Is there an option to select our own image?
Yeah, own image. Let's say we have made some changes into it. Now let's say in third blog we are going to add one more image, right? So here say choose an image, and you have an option called upload. Click on upload, and let's say go to the Pixabay, and whatever the image you like, you just download it, whatever. So let's say this let's download the small image, right? So let's say this image you wanted to choose, and you are giving title as a winter, and you choose the winter image here, right? And say upload, right? Caption you give winter season and publish it. Now you go to the third blog and refresh it. So you have your own image here, right? So this is how it is going to work. Now since we have made some changes into blog page, there are something we have to update here, blog index page. So let's go and let's check whether these things are there or not. Blog index page, so this need to be updated. and then it says for post in blog post, this section again need to be changed. Go and update this one for post in blog post, blog page. Save this one, and hopefully everything should be fine. Now it says tagging post, right? If let's say you wanted to tag the post with something, you can also tag the post. So in the tag post, again there are some couple of more imports are there. These two imports, let's say instead of, let's update the whole thing so that it would be easy. So go inside the blog page model and parent key, right? And then you add it just before blog in blog page. This tag, and then in the blog page also there are some changes are there. So let's update the blog page content panel, sorry, tag, blog page, just below the body tag is there, and then content panel also need to be changed. This content panel need to be changed again. So now just save this one, and since we have made some changes into models, you do make migration. And now if you go and refresh, migrate is not python manage.py migrate. And go and check the code. So now what were the templates? So now you have tag option here also, right? So you can say winter, right, season, right? So like this you can add a tag into this, and these tags are searchable because you have put it into the database. So you can search with this tag, right? So like this, we can update, and this is how, like I said, you can update your tag. In the template section also you wanted to add the tag, so you can add the tag something like this. Add this to blog underscore page.html. So blog underscore page.html. So let's say below this you wanted to add this, add the tag. Now in the third blog we have updated the tag, right? Currently there is no tag. Now go and refresh this. You will have we have updated in third blog, right? Yeah, third blog we have updated. Let's close the server again, run the server, and let's see. So it should come here. Blog index page, line number 7. So blog index page,
block content and block.
I think that got deleted by mistake. So now you go, but that tag should come. We'll check why that tag is not coming. So now let's say in blog index page also, filtered by tag, and this is saying to keep added here. So go inside the blog tag index page, into the blog, get filtered by tag, and then get context, filter by tag, turn context. So here you can filter by tag, so let's go copy this one. Update template context and context. So context here, so it should be this, right? There is some mistake, so let's copy this, save this. Let's see server is running or not. Server is running perfectly fine. Now it says like blog tag index page, one need to be created here, and inside the template blog create another HTML file, and then you add this. So now if you go browse something like this, / tag, then strict tag, some certain tag, so whatever the tag you have given for that post, it will come. Similarly you can put the category also here, like by registering the snippet. So let's say into the blog model, so what is snippet is like some content which is reusable. So you can define some content and you can reuse it multiple places. So Wagtail has a beautiful concept of snippet, which is very much useful because on website some content used to be there which is usable on a lot of pages. So what we can do is just copy this and go to the models.py, and let's add this, and then the category snippet you add it. And similarly they are saying like after doing some changes, some blog page also need to be updated here, the content panel, this one. So let's update this also, blog page, category we have added, then go to the content panel. So content panel will give you make those fields available into the admin panel, right? Now if you do make migration, it says parent many to many fields are not defined, so some import has to be there. So here this parental key, and then make migration, then forms is not defined, some model, this forms also has to be there. Then you do migrate, then you do run server, and then you go and check into the, so you have a new field called category here, right? So this category, but category section has no, didn't got created the category. That means something is missing. So name and icon, so go here, go to snippet, and then you have a blog category, you add a category. So let's say winter, and you can choose some icon here. Let's say I want to add the category, and then we are saying, let's say nest code, add it. So two category now we have. Now go inside the any blog which you have published. Now the category will come here. So let's say I am saying this is winter category, and save. Second blog is, let's say, nest code category, and publish. So like this you can add the multiple category. Now inside the template section also, blog template, there are some changes has to be there. So those changes, like in below page title and page date, so go to the blog page, page title and page date, and then let's say if we need to add it here, and go and refresh the page, so now you have a category here like posted in winter category, right? Now the second blog which we have added into the nest code category, so here you have posted in nest code category, right? So this is how it is going to come. So now finally we have added completed this blog tutorial of Wagtail. Like I said, this is one of the beautiful project of based on Django, which you can use it for developing the website content management, content based website, and a lot of things we can do here, right? Great.